The Los Angeles Lakers appear to be unraveling from within, and what's emerging is far more than ordinary locker room tension. Reports and rumors suggest a situation so volatile that some are calling it a full-scale internal war, one that could ripple across the entire NBA. At the center of this storm is Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and LeBron's son, Bronny James. The story being pieced together is chaotic, dramatic, and deeply controversial, involving alleged confrontations, personal betrayals, and power struggles that extend far beyond basketball. It began with a moment that many fans initially overlooked. In February, tunnel footage surfaced showing an unusually cold interaction between Luka and LeBron. Rather than walking together as teammates typically do, LeBron was noticeably ahead, creating visible distance, while Luka remained behind, seemingly uninterested in closing the gap. At first, the media framed it as a simple clash between two competitive superstars, two alphas coexisting uneasily. However, upon closer inspection, the body language suggested something far more serious. This wasn't competitiveness, it was avoidance. It hinted at unresolved tension that had likely been building for months behind closed doors. According to various reports, that tension stemmed from pressure placed on Luka to take on a role he never wanted. Behind the scenes, LeBron and his inner circle allegedly pushed Luka into mentoring Bronny. For a player of Luka's caliber, an MVP-level superstar, this expectation seemed unreasonable. While mentorship is common in the league, asking one of the best players in the world to dedicate time to developing a struggling rookie, particularly one already under intense scrutiny, created an imbalance. Luka reportedly tolerated the situation initially, prioritizing team chemistry and long-term success. However, that fragile balance didn't last. The situation escalated dramatically when Luka allegedly discovered that Bronny had become involved with his ex-partner. This revelation hit at the worst possible time. Luka was already dealing with significant personal turmoil, including a complicated and emotionally draining situation involving his family. The alleged relationship wasn't just inappropriate. It was deeply personal and, from Luka's perspective, a betrayal that crossed an unforgivable line. What made matters worse was the belief that this wasn't entirely. It may have been influenced or enabled by forces within the organization. To understand the depth of Luka's frustration, it's important to examine the events surrounding December 6, 2025. On what should have been one of the happiest days of his life, the birth of his second daughter in Slovenia, everything began to fall apart. Instead of celebration, the day was marked by conflict. Reports confirmed that authorities were called to the maternity hospital following a heated dispute between Luka and his fiancée, Anna Maria. The argument centered around their children and living arrangements, with Luka wanting to bring his older daughter to Los Angeles while Anna Maria refused. The disagreement escalated to the point where intervention was necessary. Despite the emotional toll, Luka returned to the United States almost immediately after the birth to fulfill his obligations with the Lakers. He stepped back onto the court while his personal life remained in chaos. It was during this vulnerable period that Bronny allegedly began interacting with Anna Maria on social media. What may have initially appeared as harmless engagement reportedly evolved into consistent communication. The timing raised serious questions. As Luka's relationship deteriorated, Bronny's presence in Anna Maria's life seemed to grow. By early March 2026, the situation had taken another dramatic turn. Anna Maria reportedly removed all traces of Luka from her social media accounts. Shortly after, on March 10th, she filed a child support case in California. This move was particularly strategic. Although she and the children resided in Slovenia, filing in California allowed her to seek financial support based on Luka's NBA salary, which reportedly exceeds $165 million. Under U.S. law, this translated into potential payments exceeding $100,000 per month. The precision of this legal maneuver led to speculation that she may not have acted alone. Within NBA circles, rumors began circulating that this entire situation may have been orchestrated to gain leverage over Luka. Some believe that while Luka was focused on protecting his family and maintaining stability, external forces were working against him. The alleged involvement of Bronny in Anna Maria's life added another layer of complexity. fueling theories that Luka was being targeted in a highly calculated way. Whether these claims hold any truth remains unclear, but the perception alone has intensified the drama. Meanwhile, tensions on the court have only grown. Luka is in the middle of a historic season, putting up extraordinary numbers. Over 32 points, 9 rebounds, and nearly 10 assists per game. His performance places him firmly in MVP conversations. In contrast, Bronny's struggles have been widely discussed. His limited production and inconsistent play have led to criticism, particularly given the opportunities he's received. Many analysts and former players have questioned whether he's ready for the NBA at all. This disparity has sparked broader criticism of the Lakers' priorities. Some argue that LeBron is leveraging his influence to secure playing time and development opportunities for his son, even if it comes at the expense of team success. Prominent voices in basketball have weighed in. Charles Barkley openly criticized the situation, calling it a poor reflection on the organization. Magic Johnson suggested that Bronny would benefit from time in the G League. Even Stephen A. Smith expressed concern, noting that the pressure and expectations surrounding Bronny could ultimately harm his development rather than help it. Amid all of this, Luka has remained remarkably composed on the court. Despite the chaos surrounding him, he continues to deliver elite performances, including multiple 50-point triple-doubles. For Luka, basketball has become more than a profession. It's an escape. In his own words, it provides him with peace. While the locker room has reportedly turned into a tense and divided environment, the court remains the one place where he can focus solely on the game. Inside the team, divisions appear to be forming. Austin Reeves has emerged as one of Luka's closest allies, both on and off the court. Their chemistry is evident in the numbers, with the team performing significantly better when they share the floor without LeBron. Their partnership represents a different vision for the Lakers, one centered on teamwork, balance, and organic chemistry rather than hierarchy and influence. This contrast has only highlighted the growing divide within the organization. Ultimately, what's unfolding within the Lakers is more than just a basketball story. It's a complex narrative involving ego, legacy, family, and control. LeBron's desire to build a lasting legacy that includes his son has collided with Luka's pursuit of greatness and stability. What was once seen as a potentially historic partnership now looks increasingly fragile. The biggest question remains unresolved. Is Bronny truly at the center of Luka's personal and professional struggles, or is he simply a piece in a much larger power dynamic? And beyond that, is LeBron's influence helping or hurting the team's long-term success? As more details continue to emerge, one thing is certain. The situation is far from over, and its impact could reshape not only the Lakers, but the broader NBA landscape as well.